guys, welcome back to Shadow Aspen. Today we are out here driving to the farm because I'm planning to make some mukluks in the next few weeks, and obviously that takes a while, but we need to start somewhere, and that is today. Actually, I started already a few days ago, but I will take you through it now step by step, and if you're interested in that, just like Dodger is, right Dodger? Yeah, Dodger comes with me today, and we are showing you how to make mukluks from scratch, right? Okay, then come with me, guys.
The skies where the eagle flies, the coyote calls, and the waterfalls. Listen to the wind and then begin to feel within the wisdom and the vision of American Indians. These are the skies where the eagle flies, the coyote calls, and the waterfalls. Listen to the wind and then begin to feel within the wisdom and the vision of American Indians. Before the Europeans settled these American lands, the people already lived here. Do you understand? They roamed the beautiful woodlands and mountains and sands, a span of thousands of years, and their legend still stands. Way back in the Ice Age when glaciers froze, they crossed into Alaska, that's how the story goes.
The tribes of the Northeast skillfully used bark from birch trees to build big canoes, surviving from gifts within the lakes and land, using spears to fish and planting corn by hand. Iroquois to Delaware, Hopewell to Fox, just a few tribes from a region with lots.
Down in the southeast with luscious and fertile soil, tribes learned to farm out in the sun, they toiled. This led to complex societies with rulers so royal. There were builders and artisans and knowledge of medicines. The Seminoles were proud, the natures played the cross. There was the Creek, Chaco, Cherokee, and Chickasaw.
The Crow, Blackfeet, and Dakota home on the range. Nomadic tribes that roamed the Great Plains. In order to survive, they hunted the buffalo, shot stone-tipped arrows at a distance with a bow. From buffalo skins, they made teepees and canopies. And tribe warriors helped protect from enemies.
These are the skies where the eagle flies, the coyote calls, and the waterfalls. Listen to the wind and then begin to feel within the wisdom and the vision of American Indians. These are the skies where the eagle flies, the coyote calls, and the waterfalls. Listen to the wind and then begin to feel within the wisdom and the vision of American Indians.
So guys, here we are in the facility, and this here is the part of the elk hide I'm going to make the mukluks out of. Right? This is the hind part of the elk, and the stage it is in now. It is basically, it got fleshed, washed, and then strung up on this rack, then dried, and then scraped, right? And we do that basically in order to get fluffy parts off, and makes the hide a little thinner, so it's easier to tan, and the tanning solution can better penetrate into the skin. So what we need to do now is we need to undo the string, and then we soak it overnight in rainwater, right? So in the field you could do that in the river, but here in the facility, I have a bin. I will fill it up with water and we stick it in there. And what that does is it basically makes the rawhide soft again. Yeah? And then we need to get it damp. When we have it damp, like, you know, by the end of the day tomorrow, then I will wrap a brain mayonnaise solution and water into this hide, and start the tanning process that way to turn it into leather. Okay, I turn it around for you now that you can see how it looks from the other side. You see, it's pretty nice. I think it's going to be a pair of awesome mukluks. I waited a long time for that, to make something like that. So, okay, let's do it. So, here we have the complete part, and we can fold it together like so, and now we need to get water in the big bin. Okay, let's open the tap. This water comes right from the river, so it's river water. Right, Dodgy? Come here. Stinkdinger. Okay, this will obviously take a while, so in the meantime I'm going to show you the other part of the mukluks. This here is the other part. This one is just dried but not scraped yet. This will be the bottom of the mukluk. And what I will do is basically I will dry it like this. This was a test, right? So basically if I can do that and use it as a shoe, right? It becomes nice and hard. But I will do it with the fur side to the outside. And that will be the soles. And the reason why I do that is because with the fur on the bottom, right? When I have the grain of the fur going backwards and I keep walking on snow, then I will have traction, while I have with moccasins and mukluks without fur on the bottom, I have no traction and I will be slippery. So, yeah, that is that part. We will soak this as well. So, now we have enough water in that bin. So what we do now is we take the dry, scraped hide and put it right in the water. And we try to submerge it completely. Just like so. Right? But you will see it floats up because of all the air in the hide and stuff. So we need some rocks. And we put the other fur in as well on top of it. And then we hope that it stays down in the water. It doesn't seem it's heavy enough. So I need to find some more stuff to put on there. Okay, we try to use a piece of metal instead to push the whole stuff underneath. That works better. There we go. Because we need to have the whole hide submerged. As it gets softer now, it will collapse more and the rocks will keep it underneath the water. So, yeah, we leave that there now till tomorrow night. So guys, the mukluks I'm going to make, the idea I basically got when I watched a really old video from the 50s about the Inuit, and the Inuit they have mukluks. They're made of seal skin, and they use this hard bottom technique to make basically hard bottom boots with a seal fur around it. And I wondered like how good those are, and I tried to recreate it, but just with other skin now, and see how it turns out. So what I will do is basically the elk hide and the hard bottom elk hide, the sole, will be outside, and then I will make a waterproof liner on the inside out of beaver fur. And those liners will be inside of the boots, and they will be sealed with either a lard beeswax mix or something like in that kind of direction. And yeah, then we see how they turn out, right? I want to test them. I like to recreate old clothing and test it out in the woods, and I want to use those boots in, you know, if possible, -40, hike through the valley and see if my feet stay warm, and if I can even in the more spring weather, if I can walk through, you know, like icy puddles and stuff like that without getting wet feet. So, yeah, hopefully that turns out, and I see you in the next part of this video, because now we need to get this soaked here first, and then we see how the next steps come along. So stay tuned, and the next video will come shortly.